you're mad. We can do better than that. Alright, Mario elevator music. Oh, there we go. It's better, isn't it? Oh dear. Right, where was we? Have you started yet? I can just hear some elevator music. No. If you read on the screen, it says the show will begin soon. That's a big clue to whether we've started or not. So no, we haven't started it. Right. Got lots of things open at the same time. Yes, but your Twitter said you are live streaming now, so... Hello, Red Van Man. Your call is important to us. Come on, man. Yeah, we're getting there. We're starting, don't worry. Let's get Wellyhead on.
How you doing, Wellyhead?
There he is. Hello.
What do you get Wellyhead on?
People are asking when we're going to fucking start the show.
Well, I'm trying to get Duke in. He's not ready yet. I'm just getting him in. Calm.
I'll play the music again.
Chill your beans.
You'll be impressed. When you see the main screen, you're going to be impressed. If it works.
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 Hey, it works.
Hey, it works.
Yay, it works.
I don't know. Does it work?
It works.
Does it? What's happening?
Many things are happening.
I know.
Welcome to my something's happening. Oh man, I got the name of the show wrong.
What?
Welcome to my show. Something's happening.
That's it. There you go.
Yeah.
Shit's going down.
No, it's called Something's Happening. I can find it if you want.
No.
What? No.
Are we ready to start?
I don't know. God, that's a bit quick, isn't it? Are we ready?
Why would we drag our feet?
I don't know. I'm ready if you're ready, but you usually go, "No, is everyone ready?"
Chinny, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do it then.
Let's do it then!
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Duke and Chinny and the fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. Reviews and
Everything is an indie pick. It's a lie, by the way.
Game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
Here comes Duke with a soundbite special thing.
It's the veteran gamers.
Yeah.
It's the veteran gamers.
Oh yeah.
It's the veteran gamers.
Oh man, you guys, this party's gonna be crazy, go nuts.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat.
Really?
Technically, I'm homeless.
Hello and welcome to episode 373 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay, 373 coming at you for free. I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I'm Chinny.
There you go.
Apart from the one-off joining fee of £40, and then the monthly payments at £42 a month for the first month, and then it's £18 for 1 month, and then 43 payments of £92 for the next 367 months.
I should say I am actually Joey Junior Shabadoo on Steam these days, so you know.
You're what?
His name is Joey Jojo Shabadoo on Steam.
Here, wait, I got it right here.
Oh my god.
Need your advice. Yeah. See, I got this friend named Joey Jojo Junior
Shabadoo.
That's the worst name I ever heard.
Oh, no.
Hey, Joey Jojo.
Oh, classic. It's a Simpsons character that's only on the screen for like 5 seconds.
Well, of course it would be Simpsons related. How silly of me.
Would. And so that's like my username now. I go by that.
Yeah, Joey Jojo. We should just call you that on the podcast.
Screen? We got comments on the screen on Twitch?
Yeah.
Can't put me on hold. I'll put you on hold.
Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive.
Because we now stream to 3 different things at the same time.
Holy cow.
Dude.
Crazy.
Is your internet holding up, Chinny, at your end then?
Well, there's the thing. Like, my internet doesn't do anything different.
Ooh.
Ooh.
But you got all the switches and Twixes done right this time.
It goes to it goes to a third party, and then the third party.
Get down, party.
The third party just distributes it to the 3. So I'm only streaming to one thing, and then that streams it to other things.
Ah.
Wow,
Well done, you.
Yeah, it sounds complex and complicated.
So basically, the stream that you send out gets split into 3 parts, or we might say gets torn into 3 parts.
Torn.
What's going on?
Torn. I don't know the other words.
I purposely did not play the whole
Song.
thing because I wanted us to move on.
Yeah, no, that's true. But before we move on, we should say Chinny has been very, very busy.
Yes, he has. Are we going to have a YouTube highlight of the week?
No.
Too late. I'm playing the jingle.
Shit.
YouTube highlight of the week. Print that, do that, sort that out.
Well, I'll say that my favorite part of the video, he finally uploaded the EGX video from like 7 years ago. The beautiful part of it was the guy staring at like 3 people back in line.
Oh yeah.
And like, we can't play that on the show because there's nothing to play. It's just Chinny saying, "There's a guy back there. He looks creepy."
Yeah. I didn't know whether to do that because that was a bit mean, but then I did it.
You tend to have one of those. We seem to get those every year, though.
Yeah.
There's some weird dude staring.
Just find some random person who's standing in line, and he calls them weird.
It's almost like it's not hard to find strange people at EGX.
I know. Unbelievable.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll get.
Oh wait, no! I got the sound clip. I got the best.
Go on.
I got the audio. You ready? Here's the
Yeah.
YouTube highlight of the week.
Wide open spaces.
So that's for people that don't know. I'm shooting at Stu's face there, right up his nose, and if you haven't seen Stu, he's got quite a large nose.
I have got. It looked even bigger there. Nearly as big as my ass when I was crawling around on the floor like a big slug. No,
One of my highlights, because there's 3 episodes, this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is I've just sent you the link there, Duke, and it's a chap called Colum from the Last Save Loaded podcast, and I bumped into him.
Is that correct? I don't know how to say your name properly. I don't think I can. Bollocks! So your name is fine. No, it's not. What is it? It's Colm. C-O-L-M. How are you doing? Are you recording this? I'm recording this. Oh, this is a video. It's not just a picture now. No. Okay, I'm recording this. So how are you, Colm? Super.
Nice.
And then if you go on, he goes on to say how handsome I am and everything. He's probably one of my favourite things of the whole video.
It is. It was very good, I've got to say.
Any highlights for you, Stu?
Yeah, there is actually. I should have keyed one up for Duke though to play. Just
go on, if you tell me what it is, I'll find it very quickly because I know
you
the
singing,
videos.
of course. You singing, of course.
So there was me singing, so I'll find that now. There we go.
And you can give that to Duke.
Again, for people that don't know, verbal.
There's
rock.
this one.
We have.
So that's when Stu found a friend. So
yeah, do you know what? I saw that and I cannot even remember speaking to that bloke.
Well,
whoa! Dude, for some reason, if you play these videos on our website, I'm getting this weird flicker where it keeps showing the whatever. We can talk about it later.
Yeah, I don't think that matters.
Well, it
No,
don't
it
matter
doesn't.
to people trying to watch the video on our website.
no
but
one
not
does
right
on our
now.
website anyway. So
It's all good.
So yeah, Verbal Rob and Bongo's son Josh made me go on the karaoke and sing "Dude Looks Like a Lady." So this is what that sounds like.
I don't even like the song you said. Man, you're hoarse, Chinny. Your voice is really gone by this point.
Yeah, I've been shouting all day. I didn't know the words. That's
Here
Stu.
goes the chorus.
You see, what was good about that? Obviously, as we know, Chinny is a teetotaler,
Yeah,
but he
Yeah, he's
sounded
sober there, people.
Yeah, he sounded totally pissed.
it's true.
Yeah. That's
It is
because
true.
Chinny is always ready. Whenever anything happens, whenever, like, if the shit goes down, he's ready.
When the shit goes down, you better be ready. When the shit goes down.
Where does
Sure.
it go down? Classic. Thank you, Sumu.
So yes, we I did have like an intro that we have to do now, but Duke, you didn't do your bit, but I'll do my bit where
Oh yeah, I'm Duke.
No, we did all that.
No,
We've
you did
done
that.
We're not veterans of the military. We are
There
veterans
you
of
go.
the gaming lifestyle.
That's right, and we're streaming live on Twitch, YouTube, and Beam for some reason, even though nobody goes on Beam because it's shit. It's Microsoft's version of Twitch. It's wank.
Oh god.
I was like, when I saw that, like, what the fuck is B?
You
No
might as
one
well
knows.
go on G-Chat.
No one knows. I just every week I want to add another one, just because it's fun.
Just because you can.
just
Because I
because
can,
Like
I
a
can do
cool
it.
hangout next.
Whatever. Yes, so we stream live at 9 p.m. on a Sunday. So if you want to listen in live,
Live on MySpace.
if you don't, then fuck you.
MySpace, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, they were the days.
Mm,
They
nope.
were the days.
No, they weren't.
Mhm.
Oh, no. they
Anyway,
weren't.
anybody got story time?
I haven't. I've got. I've
Well,
got nothing but-
Time. It's story time. Story
I was going to say, I was up 3 nights in a row at 3 o'clock in the morning doing these videos.
I know it's amazing what, like, oh, by the way, the tickets are available this week, Ginny. So,
By the way, I
you
should
know.
get those things done. But yeah, it's funny when
You are crazy.
when you have something to strive for, then all of a sudden it gets done. But yeah, it took me about I don't know, what was it 45, like 50 hours to do them this week.
Good God.
Yeah,
You spent 50 hours this week doing those.
yeah,
You are crazy.
yeah.
A lot of work.
That's like video game developing crunch time, that is.
Yeah, yeah.
That's because he cares about us.
At one
I know.
point, I made Tara
Hated.
sit with me, so I didn't procrastinate. So like, I said, "You sit with me and make sure that I don't fuck about, and I'll stay on task." And she did.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true.
it's true.
Word.
Odd.
That was a great story. All right, moving
Yeah,
on.
interesting,
Talk
by the
about
way.
Plan.
Interestingly, when you look on the website, because I thought it was meant to be out this Wednesday, people were saying, and so I've got an email saying that. But
This is the
apparently
EGX
they're not
tickets.
available.
Right.
Yeah, but they're not. Not yet, anyway.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I've
it
done,
doesn't matter.
I've
It
done the
makes
videos.
You do some shit anyway.
I've
so
done the
good.
videos now. It made me do the videos. I don't care. That's fine. I needed a
Yeah.
reason to do them.
Yeah.
And I did them.
There you go. You did them.
I didn't play any video
Anyway.
games.
Play with the phone here. I got a lot of stuff I got to get done.
All the games that
Anyway.
all the games that I'm going to talk about today are games that I played today. So
Right. Okay. I was just going to say, has anyone got an actual story? Anyone's got a
Nope.
story? Nope.
Time for
Nope.
what we've been playing.
Yeah, let's just move on.
We're gonna be done with this shit in 20 minutes.
Hey, we might. What are you talking about?
it's fine.
So, yeah, video games and shit. So, yeah, Duke, what have you been playing then? Let's hear it.
I've been playing Rust, and there's something new to talk about.
Oh my god.
Because you see, they've put some new stuff into Rust recently. They put in vending machines, which I actually haven't built yet, but they also put in tables and chairs. Oh my god! And I built a table and 2 chairs.
To do what with? What are you doing with them?
just put them in your house.
To do what though? What's actually happening?
They just sit there in your house, and then you can pick them up and move them somewhere else. You can't sit in the chairs.
Brilliant.
Down.
Why?
I have no idea why they added those.
So let me just get.
At some point, you'll be able to sit in them, but
let me get it straight. You can build a chair. I mean, you can't really sit in it anyway, because let's be honest here, you're a virtual character, so it's not you sitting, but your avatar cannot sit in the chair you've built.
That's correct.
Can you set the table to have your dinner? You know?
No.
So let me just check.
I mean,
right, so
you could theoretically put a piece of cooked pork on the table, but you have
it lets you do that.
You have to drag it.
Right. It sounds pointless. I'll be honest.
So
I'm not sure.
All of Rust is pointless.
Yeah, I guess, but
it's the same thing as on Minecraft. If you were to make a, make believe bathroom in Minecraft, it's for the aesthetic value. And they added rug.
Yes, but
also
no.
have a rug yet.
I don't think
have a regular. Shut up. You could have a regular rug. You could have a bearskin rug. So I haven't had those yet, but I will.
I don't think that's a good comparison to Minecraft, though.
Why not?
Because when you build shit in Minecraft, you're building it out of your head. So the stuff you build is something that you've designed and come up with yourself. Whereas you're just building a table that's already pre-made in the programming, is it not?
Okay, so fine.
You're not designing the table, are you? Or the chairs.
Okay, fine, but if you're putting a painting on the wall in Minecraft, it's just for aesthetic purposes, right?
There is, but that's about the only thing in Minecraft that you don't, specifically build yourself. And what a lot of people do is use wool, as we know, to build big collages and cool paintings and stuff.
I mean, I'll be looking for a reason to go back to Rust, and tables and chairs might be just the thing.
Yeah, that just might be it,
baby. Yeah, now we're talking. Anyway, that's not the only game I've been playing. I've also been playing Rocket League.
Oh, okay.
I need a sound effect for Rocket League because I don't have any.
So
anyway, I had something new
Rocket League.
What?
Is there actually something new in Rocket League then?
Yeah, I got to Challenger 3 for the first time this week. It's very exciting because I've been at Challenger 1 and Challenger 2 for most of my... Well, this is on doubles, by the way. You get a different ranking for each kind of gameplay you play. And for competitive doubles, I've been at Challenger 1 and Challenger 2 for most of my career. And so this week, I ascended to Challenger 3 status.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
It means that you're better than you were, and so I'm getting stronger. It was so nice because I do feel like I'm getting a little stronger each time, but now I've got proof, or I did until I went down again after like 2 more games.
So let me get this straight. So it's like leagues, like tennis leagues or stuff like that. So you move up and down the leagues depending on how well you're playing. Is that right?
Exactly. Just like every online game ever.
Well, no, most of them don't have leagues, from what I can remember.
Well, there's rankings in most games now.
There are, but it's not like leagues and stuff. But anyway, so
yes, Rocket League has a league, even in the name, Rocket League.
There you go. So you moved up, and then you were a bit shit and moved back down. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I moved up and then lost a few games. I'll get back up there again, and I wonder. I don't think it's impossible that I could ascend to Elite Challenger at some point. I don't think it's likely that I'll get to Prospect or whatever it is above that. So, but whatever.
So how many more up is Elite from Challenger 3?
Well, that's it. It's 1, 2, 3, and then Elite.
Oh, that's pretty good then.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
So, pretty happy with it.
Right, so that's in ranked matches, is it? I'm guessing.
That's in competitive mode. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's not like just playing for fun.
No.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing.
I'm asking. I don't play it.
Right. You could play for fun, but the reason that it's better to play competitive in my mind, I don't actually want to play for rank. There are some people who are like, if I played with a friend of mine and it's some guy I met online, I don't even know him at all, but he goes by the name of Jake. And
yeah, is that his real name though? You know what I mean? People
I don't care. So here's the thing. He was Rising Star, I guess, is the above Challenger. So he was a Rising Star, and he goes, "Are you interested? Are you willing to give it a shot and play Rising Star?" Because he knew I'm still Challenger 2 or whatever. And I was like, "Yeah, let's give it a try." And then we lost, and he dropped back to Challenger Elite, and he was like, "That's it. We're not playing any more competitive," because he just wants to preserve that rank. And it's I don't know, like the reason I like playing ranked is because I know I'm playing people roughly my own skill level. So for me, you know, I'll win some, I'll lose some. If I go down in rank, eventually I'll go back up once I beat enough, because I'm playing, you know, weaker opponents. You'll find your level if you keep playing enough competitive games.
Yeah. So what you're saying is he was happy to play with you when he thought it was okay, but as soon as you started affecting his levels and stuff, he was like, I'm out of here.
Well, he was willing to play the non-competitive stuff after that.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not playing no ranked stuff with you no more.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, like more power to him. I don't, you know, but I think that fixation on a rank is unhealthy.
Yeah, but it's like like you said, I guess earlier, it's like every online game is that, though, isn't it? That's what happens.
Yeah, I guess it's just sad that people focus on that more than they do having fun and just using the ranking system as a way to just play people around their same level. And I understand it. I mean, it is natural to want that shiny thing attached to your name. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, you know?
Well, you seem pretty happy when you were just saying you were Challenger 3 a minute ago.
But that's because it's evidence that I'm getting stronger.
Oh, okay, I see.
When I went from Challenger 3 to Challenger 2, I wasn't that broken up because I was like, okay, that makes sense. But I know I'll get back up there eventually because I just got to play more games. Now, I'm down to Challenger 2 Division like 1 or 2 right now, so that's frustrating. But whatever. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Can I just check? Can I just double check? I didn't check at the beginning, and I should have done that. You're definitely recording? Now. Are you recording the show?
Recording. I am ready if some shit goes down. And I'm ready.
Yeah, I thought I'd get that out of the way, you know, just to double check.
That.
At a suitable pause.
Numbers are going 19 minutes and 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 9 seconds. 10
okay,
seconds.
I'll get it. We don't need details. It's fine. It's fine. I believe you.
14, 15.
Yeah, listeners are loving this.
But don't, listeners, there's more than just Rust and Rocket League because I played a brand new game this week.
Wowzers.
And it's a game that Chinny also played, apparently.
Yes, he did.
Yes, this is Ghost Recon Wildlands, the open beta. There was an open beta for Ghost Recon Wildlands, and I didn't know about it until Facebook put an ad up in front of me going, hey,
it worked.
It did?
No.
It worked on you.
It did work on me, but here's the sad part. I don't want to reward that kind of thing, so I did not click the ad. Instead, I opened a new tab and did a search for it. That's so stupid. And the most ridiculous thing was I downloaded it, I did it, whatever, it was fine. But then I go on Steam later on and it goes, hey, there's a beta for Ghost Recon Wildlands. And I would have known had I gone on to Steam.
I see.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. So what did you think then? There's no point just saying I've played it and then not saying what you think.
I've got to build up some suspense. So here's the thing.
Okay.
I started it up and there was a loading screen.
Ooh, no, there wasn't. No, there wasn't. There's a video.
There was a video. Oh my God, what a twat.
Yeah.
What is the point of that? Seriously.
We at Ubisoft Paris are very excited for you to play this game.
Oh my God, is it like when you go to EGX and they make you watch something before you play it?
Pretty much.
It was stupid.
Wow.
It was like a 1-minute video. Like, we're so proud of this. We've decided to open up this and that. I suppose it's an attempt to make it like a, you know, like a friendly, personalized type of thing. So you're not just, you know, playing a faceless machine. But it was just dumb.
I mean, because obviously I've downloaded this.
Ooh.
And I was going to try and... No.
I'll got like 5 hours left.
I know. I'll come to why I didn't play it when I talk about what I did play. Yeah, maybe. But I tried, obviously, back in the day on the Xbox 360 when the original Ghost Recon came out. I tried to play that and I was just like, I have no idea why. Because wasn't it first person, the original Ghost Recon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And there's all this tactical shit, and it's like you had to give orders to your squad and all that sort of stuff.
Well, this ain't your daddy's Ghost Recon.
And I had no clue what the hell I was doing, right? And I mean, this is a long time ago. I was like, what is this? And I never played anything beyond that demo ever again of Ghost Recon games.
Well, that was a long time ago, but you still have that relationship with a lot of video games where you have no idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. That is true.
I mean,
but what
so-
is this similar to that?
No.
Sort of, not really.
No.
Because, okay, for those who don't know, Ghost Recon Wildlands is an open world, squad-based game you can play solo or with friends. So far as I know, there is no multiplayer.
No.
But it's a lot like Metal Gear Solid.
Never played it.
In fact,
It's exactly like Stummies.
And the twist is?
It's a much bigger pill.
actually, the twist in this game is the vehicles...
I don't think they're that bad.
Oh my god, are you on drugs?
No.
The cars are atrocious.
No, they're not. They're fine.
They're totally awful.
The only thing
how about,
Wait,
it may be that they suck on the PC, but they don't suck on the console.
Why would
It may be that if I used a controller, I would have a better experience. That's possible.
That's possible. The helicopters are quite difficult to control.
I see. Okay, now I didn't mind the helicopter. I was going to say the helicopters and the airplanes actually worked out okay for me.
I'm not saying like I had a massive problem with them, but they're just the helicopters took a little bit more to get used to than
Sorry.
than the other things. That's all. I was done.
So you have a squad. There's 4 people in your squad, and you're in Bolivia. You're trying to stop this drug trade. It uses, I guess, it doesn't have the Nemesis system like Ghost of Mordor, but it does have the same structure of like
Ghost of Mordor.
Whatever. It has, there's like the super bad evil super boss that you got to get to, but there's 4 lieutenants you got to get to first, and beneath each of them is sub lieutenants or whatever. So in a way, it actually is a lot like Mercenaries Playground of Destruction. Did either of you play that back in the day?
I played Mercenaries 2.
Yeah, Mercenaries 1 was awesome. It was one of the best games for the PS2. And in many ways, this game is a lot like it because it's open world and you have to sort of track down intel on each of the people, and then you'll eventually find out where they are. In the meantime, you get to upgrade your stuff. So, yeah, I really like it in a lot of ways. The story is ludicrous. It's just boring. But they spend so much time on it at the beginning where you're helicoptering in and this woman's like, so my cover story is I'm an aid worker and blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, shut
And your character's like, oh, and my kid won't even listen to me when I say take out the trash. And I'm just like,
Condescending crap and play the game.
thank you. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
So anyway, I don't know about you, Chinny, but when I started the game up, it was raining. I guess it's like a dynamic weather system, but
yeah, it wasn't raining when I started it. No.
But everything was all wet, and it did that thing that Skyrim, Oblivion had, where wet equals just shiny. Everything was shiny, and it was just like, this looks dumb. And now it auto set my graphics to low, so that may have been part of it. But
the graphics on the console version aren't very good. I will say that this game does not shine on its graphics.
Yeah. Right. I don't really mind that because I don't really care about it that much.
Care.
But it was pretty noticeable, and I will say though that it worked beautifully. Like I never really had any glitches. A lot of the Steam reviews are talking about bugs and breaking and slowdown and stuff, but I didn't have any of that.
I've had a few jankiness, yeah.
Yeah, and I have a 2-year-old rig for those who don't know. So I mean, the fact that I'm able to run this very smoothly, even though it's on low settings, I think that speaks well in general.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously well optimized, isn't it?
You have a lot of weapon choices. I walked around with an assault rifle and a sniper. I don't know if you had a different loadout, Chinny, that you prefer.
I've only equipped a sniper. I'm looking for a decent shotgun. I found a shotgun and it wasn't very good. So.
Yeah, the first one I found was like a tiny little shotgun.
Yeah, like a double shot it was, yeah.
Right? So I don't know. I don't generally like to get that close up. So I'm like, whatever.
So does this feel like it takes anything from the Division then and puts it in this game?
Yeah, there is a bit of that. I do think the guns handle better than the Division. The Division guns always feel kind of like there's no base in them. It doesn't feel like they have a lot of weight, the guns in the Division. It just feels like I don't know. There's a distance between me and the guns in the Division. Whereas with this game, as soon as you aim, in the Division, Stu, you aim and it'll show you the third-person perspective until you click an extra button, and then in some cases it'll zoom in.
Yeah.
In this game, it immediately goes to first person whenever you aim anything, which I really like. I think that's a good balance between the two.
Yeah, it is an interesting thing that I've been watching, obviously, Chinny playing it here.
Yeah.
And I can see that happening, which is, it's kind of cool. I guess that they've mixed the two, third person and first person together.
Yeah, I think it works well. You also have a bunch of gadgets. Well, the big gadget I guess you have is the drone, which is really nice because first of all, it's ludicrous that nobody notices the drone.
Yeah, they do notice the drone.
Oh, really? I haven't had them notice it yet.
They're not very good at it though, because I actually flew the drone into a building and they still didn't really notice it.
Exactly, like right in the same room as the bad guy.
Yeah, you've really got to basically just wave it in front of them and they go, what the fuck is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of that.
So, I mean, they're making drones smaller and smaller these days, so it's not totally ludicrous that you would have one. I mean, the movie Eye in the Sky has examples of drones that are like hummingbirds, so it's like, okay, we're making them pretty small these days and making them look like things that would be flying around, but still. I don't know. You can issue commands to your squad. Chinny, did you play this with anybody, or was it just you and the AI?
No, it was me and Marshy. Marshy has been texting me for the last 2 weeks about this game.
Yeah.
And all week he's been texting me, and I've been ignoring him because I want to do these EGX videos. And today I've finally gone on.
Were you the squad leader, or was he the squad leader?
We swapped it up. You can change it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And from my point of view, I really like this game. I've found some jankiness. However, where there isn't jankiness is how easy it is to connect to each other. Like you press start, and then you get a list of people that are playing the game, which isn't anything new. And then you scroll down and I find Marsh and I click A, and then I'm in. There's a bit of a loading screen. Nothing crazy. Works really seamlessly. I select a mission. It pops up on his thing. He presses left to join on the D-pad. So he knows, we're both sort of doing the same thing here, so let's do it.
Right.
And it works the other way. So if he selects a mission, I'll just join it.
I understand with one of the tool tips when it was loading screen, little tips of advice. You each have a game, right?
Yes.
And so, you complete a mission, you'll get XP, but it won't clear it on your end if he's the one hosting the game.
It does if you join each other's thing. I'm not sure how it works if you go too far ahead. I'm not sure, but for this beta, it doesn't really seem to make much of a difference. He can't see the missions that he's done, but where I can see the missions that I haven't done. So he says, just pick one and then I'll join, and then it pops up for him. It works really well. The jankiness that I've come across, the game's crashed once for me, and the game crashed once for Marsh. Say what you will about a beta, but that'll probably happen when the game comes out. No, these things work.
Right.
Day one patch, man, it'll be fine.
Yeah, no. It'll be 6 months in, and then it won't do it again. So that's what it is. But it wasn't too much of an inconvenience. Marshy literally, he was on a base, stayed where he was, and gave me about a minute, and I was back. So it wasn't a massive problem.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want it at all, but it was fine.
The one thing that bugs me about the game is that when you there was the cemetery we went to, and it was controlled by the bad guys, Casablanca, whatever. And we went in and took it over. We killed them, and then we went in and I got ammo out of there, got the weapon mods or whatever. But then it didn't show up on the map as on Far Cry when you take over an outpost, it's yours.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's what this kind of reminds me of. I was going to say, is it like a third-person Far Cry?
It's like a third-person Far Cry and a Division without the loot.
Right. So there's no loot then.
I don't know. I don't feel like the mechanics are as good in terms of like I said, getting an outpost to be yours. The relationships between the groups don't feel as solid as they do in a Far Cry.
No, you do have rebels sort of helping you out, and where it becomes very like Far Cry is now and again you'll come across a base where there's rebels imprisoned, they're in a little prison cell, and you can you can sniper the lock off the cell, and they'll grab the nearest guns and start fighting the base. Very much like Far Cry.
Similar to the animals.
Yeah, similar to the animals. So that's very similar. In every Tom Clancy game, there's always been a spotting mechanic. So I wouldn't claim that to Far Cry, but there is a spotting mechanic. And what's really slick about the spotting mechanic is that me and Marsh, there's only 2 of us, right? So so if we're looking at a base, we're on a hill, we're looking at a base. Marsh can very quickly just go, see this guy, press A on the Xbox controller, and it puts a number 1 above his head, and I can see where who he's talking about, and then we can mark 2 because there's 2 of us, and you can also see when he's got his crosshair over him because it flashes when nobody's aiming at him.
Oh, nice.
But when somebody's aiming at him, it's solid. So, for example, Marsh can say, "Oh, somebody's coming round to your left," tags him, right? So it's number 1, and I've like, yeah, got him. Or if we're tagging 2 people, 1, 2, I know which one Marsh is looking at just by the interface, just by without him saying. But you can still say, obviously.
I got 1.
Yeah, I got 1. You got 2, and you have to do your own countdown. Whereas in single player, I think you have to initiate like a countdown. Is that right with your teammates?
Well, what you can do it. No, you don't have to worry about a countdown. If on single player, you can mark people, and one of the things you can unlock is you can unlock more tags, which is stupid that you would have to unlock that, but whatever. 4 people in the crowd in the crew, but 3 of them don't know how to lock on to targets. Or
is this a gun?
Once you're locked, if you start shooting, or if you just hold Q, you'll have one of your squad members take them out.
Yeah.
So eventually, I now have I think 2 or 3 unlocked, so I can tag different people and then just be like, take them out, and then move on to the next target.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool mechanic because it allows you to go through the base in a much more systematic way, and it reminded me a lot of, like I said, Metal Gear Solid, and so much so that I didn't want to get too far into the demo or the beta because I'm sure I'll get this. I think I'm going to wait for it to go on sale because I don't think I'm that fired up about it yet. But I am going to get it, and so I don't want to spend too much time playing it now. I don't know if your save will carry over.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I would imagine not. But so then I installed Metal Gear Solid again because I want to go back.
There you go. Can I ask a question? Is everything unlocked on the map automatically,
No.
or has it got the Ubisoft mechanic of you've got to do something to?
It's not tower
stuff.
No, it's not towers. No. But in the beta, you've only got 2 areas. One pretty easy, and then one a little bit harder.
And the way the other areas, so within the, region or whatever, you have different villages or whatever it is. You can go to any of them, but you're meant to go and get sort of intel in one. And the way you get intel about what's nearby is you find a lieutenant or, a prisoner in some cases who has information, and you either interrogate them or you set them free, and that will open up parts of the map. In that
Yes,
sector.
I think I saw,
but it'll reveal what's around you.
Yeah, I think I saw this earlier with Chinny. He had someone on the ground with his gun next to his head. Is that what you were doing at that point?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I really do like this game. I like the interface. I mean, it felt very much like The Division of how the person moves. And even when you get your pistol out, I got my pistol out completely from muscle memory because I've been playing The Division recently.
Right.
And I was like, I need to get my pistol, double tapped the Y button, and it came out. And I went, oh shit, this isn't The Division, but it certainly controls like it. I just really like the upgrade mechanics, and I really like how easy it is to take your sniper, your suppressor off your gun, to change from just little things, little things that really make a big difference on how quick it is to take a suppressor off, to change the firing mode on your gun. And it doesn't overbear you with too many guns. It gives you drip feeds your guns. Right. This is pretty much so far everything I wanted The Division to be. But but in like an open world setting, this is like the perfect game for me and Marsh. We absolutely love these types of games. Really strong co-op, well thought out, lots to do. We love Far Cry 4, the co-op in that, and the running joke is he snipes and I run in like an idiot and fuck it all up.
Nice.
So it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. Really happy with the beta. I don't know if there's anything else I want to say about it.
I screwed up the airplane mission once. I only had to screw it up once before I got it on the second try. I was very proud of myself.
Yeah, I've screwed up a couple. I think you screw things up more when you're at two real people, because we fuck up a lot. Whereas Marshy said, I did this perfectly on my own. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, your guys won't make mistakes, but I will.
Right.
But it's fun, you know, when the general pace of the game is you sneak, and then eventually something will fuck up. And then you get caught and you have to shoot everything. And now and again, me and Mosh did do a couple of missions where it just went perfect, you know, and I feel like that's a great payoff. Where you do actually do it really well for once, and you go, oh yeah, we can do it pretty well.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm not really so bothered about the story. There was a mission that I did where, like, some doctors or surgeons or whatever, there was a couple, and you know, they were like chopping up body parts or torturing people or something. I wasn't really paying attention. And
nice.
You know, it's set pieces like that, but I really felt like I'm enjoying this a lot more than Division, because I just felt the Division was so much more overpowering with stuff and interfaces and not knowing how to do something really simple. In this Wildlands, I like it. I really can take to it, and I think I think I'll be getting it.
Yeah, I've just been having a quick look while you were chatting. Apparently, a competitive multiplayer is coming to it.
Oh right, I don't care about that.
But after launch, so it's going to be a bit like GTA. So apparently they're releasing it post-launch.
Yeah.
And they've given no details at all as to what it's going to be or how it's going to be built.
I'm not really bothered. Don't really care.
Don't really care. I mean, but you see, a lot of people I know who's still playing the Division was all about the Dark Zone. That's why they play it now.
Yeah, they're freaks. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't care.
The Dark Zone's dumb. The Dark Zone's dumb. You go in, you kill a lot of people, you get some loot, you fire off a fucking flare, you get some loot, you fire off another flare, and you get the fuck out. It's boring.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is, with this game for you, it's a 4-player co-op story mode.
I'm always about the co-op. Love a good co-op game.
Job done. Are you going to be looking to play this in co-op, Duke, or are you going to go in solo?
I think in order to really enjoy co-op games, you got to have someone that you play them with regularly. And so when the Division came out, for instance, you know, Rogue Outlaw and Amras, you know, were happy to play with me, and that was very nice of them. And I did a couple of missions with them, but I think they had played it so much that it was the type of thing where, first of all, there's the level discrepancy. So they were, you know, we were fighting enemies that were way above my level. And, you know, it was cool. They were happy to revive me, and they kept saying, "Oh, it's no problem. Don't worry about it. It's okay." But, you know, it's a different experience, you know, like you're obviously the weak link in the chain. And, you know, I wouldn't want to play it that way. I'd want to play it with someone who only plays it with me, and only, you know, I only play it with them. But, you know,
so what you're saying is you want exclusivity.
Exactly. You be with me, and you're going to be with no one.
Yes, no one. Just me.
But, you know, it's okay. Like, I'm not really into playing games like this co-op, so I'll play Rocket League with people all day, you know. Conan, absolutely, let's do it. And by the way, I should say Defoe got a Conan server, so I played it on that a little bit with him, but not too long. So anyway, he made his breasts enormous. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Of course he did. Why wouldn't he?
Defoe. That's what you're supposed to do.
I guess so. I was building a tower, but he was focused on large mammary glands.
And you've got a large dong.
Yeah. So anyway, so whatever. I'm not too bothered about that sort of thing, especially because I don't know. The other thing is, if I'm playing with someone else, then it's the type of thing where it's like, oh, you know, okay, you want to do this. You know, I always loved the freedom to just fuck around and not have to worry about it. And I know it's not like you worry about it if you're playing with someone else. And again, there's probably a joy that I don't get if I play it alone, but I'm cool with it. So
very good.
It's all good. I will be playing.
So it's all sounding good. And Chinny, I'm guessing you're getting this day one, are you?
Yeah.
Ah, there you go. Right. I have got a question for you.
Go ahead, question away.
Halo Wars 2, what's happening there?
Bought it tonight.
I was going to say. Yeah, I was thinking it's out, and Chinny's not mentioned it at all.
Yeah.
Well, I'm busy with the EGX video. That's what's so important.
Yeah, I've blanked it out. I booked in Thursday night to play it. Me and Matt are gonna fuck the shit out of it.
There we go.
I've booked in Thursday night. It's like it's an appointment and
Yeah,
everything.
well, we looked at the week. I'm in London on Wednesday. Tuesday, Matt can't do it. Monday, I go ice skating. So Thursday is the night that we're gonna have a massive Halo Wars 2 session. We will be streaming it live for people. Live on YouTube, Twitch, and Beam.
Soul Brother
That's actually
says
the official name of the service is.
Soul Brother says Chinny always looks like he needs to go to sleep. It's probably because you've been like up at 3 o'clock in the morning doing the EGX video.
No, I'm privileged to be in a job where I can just sort of go, yeah, I'm not going to be in tomorrow morning. Fuck you.
Is that basically what you did?
Well, I warned Matt. I went, look, I've been having late nights. You know, I just give me a morning. Just give me a morning. And there was nothing on. I knew there was nothing like time sensitive on, if you know what I mean. There was nothing like booked in. There was no filming on Friday or anything like that. No deadlines or anything. It was just sort of the guys in. We just had to sort of go through a few things, but they could wait. I just said, I need a morning, man. I just need to fucking be in bed, and I just need a shower, and I just need breakfast, and I just need to fucking
need a shower.
You know, it's I usually shower at night, right? So I don't know. I just felt like if I just had a good sleep, I've been missing breakfast all the time because I've been getting up late for work. And
Important meal of the day. You can't miss breakfast. What's wrong with you?
I never usually. I'm really good at breakfast. I always have my breakfast, and I've just been missing them. And I just said I just need a morning, man. Just give me a morning, and then that's what I did. So I slept in, and I've been really refreshed ever since. I came into work at 1, and I was fucking on it. And some could say I was probably more productive because I had the morning off than anything. And
wow.
Well, there's a science to that. There's studies.
It could be a whole new regime for you. This.
Yeah, I do. But I just needed that Friday morning. Had that, really refreshed. Friday night, I went to watch a fucking Wolves match for some reason, and then Saturday. See, this is the thing, right? I'm learning how to be a good husband, right? Because I've been taking notes. All week, Tara's been good as gold. You know, she's put up with my shit and really said, "Well, you've got to do the video, get it done." So I said, Saturday, I'll take you out on a date. You know, I haven't seen you all week. Let's go out. We went to the cinemas.
What'd you see?
Moonlight.
Oh, did you like it?
I didn't. I went in not knowing anything about that movie. I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
That movie's not what I thought it would be about.
But it's a good movie, isn't it?
It's a good movie. I feel like the last act fell off for me.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it is good. I like the first 2/3. I just didn't think the payoff was very good. For me, that was my opinion of it. But yeah, it was really good. Very well acted. Janelle Monáe is in it, and I love her. I think
it's awesome.
I think I actually love her. So, yeah, it's a good movie.
There you go.
You know, I'm fine. I'm refreshed. You know, I'm fine.
You're
good.
Refreshed.
I'm just concentrating.
I also took Kay to the pictures this week. We went to the pictures.
Oh yeah, what did you say?
And we equally watched a serious film in the same sort of vein. We went to watch John Wick 2.
Yeah, I haven't. That was an option. We haven't seen the first one though, so. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if you imagine somebody made a movie that's like a video game, that's pretty much what you're getting.
Yeah, I want to see them. Yeah, I'll get around to John Wick. I just haven't.
It is. I mean, it is totally turn your brain off. People get shot. I mean, it was like watching a film version of Uncharted because the people he was killing just kept on coming, and I was like, where the hell are all these security guards from? Because, you know, by the time he killed about 50 of them, I was just like, where did he keep on arriving?
They respawn. They just respawn.
Yeah, it was like it was spawning round the corner, honestly. That's really what it was like.
Well, they were.
But it was directed by a stuntman, I believe.
Yeah, the stuntman that was in. Oh God.
I don't know what film it was.
No, he was a stuntman for he did a really famous stunt. I can't remember now.
Anyway, you can kind of tell.
Yes.
You can kind of tell that's probably why. Because it really is just all about the choreography. I mean, it's literally fight scene after fight scene after fight
I need to
scene. That's
find
pretty
out
much it.
what movie that stuntman was in now.
I don't know, you're looking now. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty good. It was pretty good. Pretty good mindless violence. I said to Kate, it was kind of like a harken back to the 80s. You know, the films of old where Arnold Schwarzenegger or whoever would just kill hundreds of people on screen. That's kind of just what happened.
Oh, he did an amazing stunt in The Bourne Ultimatum. The guy.
Ah, right, okay.
And it was I forgot which one it was, but it was a pretty impressive one, and he won an award for it. So there we go.
So there you go. It's definitely worth watching, but
good on him.
It's definitely not serious at all.
No.
It's just crazy.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anything else? Duke, you've done all your stuff, I believe.
I've done all my stuff.
Yeah. Have you got anything else to talk about games wise, Chinny?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on then.
Do you want to talk about it now?
Go. Carry on.
I've been playing a little bit more Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
Just listen to Stu's disappointment when I say Skyrim.
It's not. I'm not disappointed, but I'm wondering: are you starting to find it a bit of a slog, or are you sort of? I
am slogging a bit. I just kind of got a little bit bored with playing the same game. Not bored of the game, but just playing it constantly. But then I played it, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, this is good," and and I'm back in. Yeah, it's fine. But when I'm not playing it, I'm not thinking about it probably all the time.
So why do you think that is? I mean, if you think about a GTA or whatever, which obviously not quite the same length of story, I guess, as a Skyrim, but it's a similar sort of scale of game. You would be thinking about that, wouldn't you, before when you weren't playing it? So what makes Skyrim different?
I think it's the setting. I think it's just I'm not really into orcs and elves and wizards and shit, so it comes down to that. I feel like a lot of the places look the same to me. I went to the Dark Brotherhood zone,
right, okay.
And I don't know. I just wasn't that impressed by it. When I went there, I thought it was going to be way better than what it was. And because it'd been hyped up, and I was like, oh, it's amazing. Yeah, it makes sense that it's underground, but it's nothing special. But I started that quest line, and they said, "Yo, kill these 3 people." I went, finally, something just easy to do, and I just went over there and fucked them up. And that was, you do. Yeah,
is that the technical term for Skyrim? Is it?
Yeah, one of them had some sort of oh, don't do it. Oh, and I was like, oh, whatever, shut up. Did it. And it was really weird when you walk into the Dark Brotherhood, which is on the screen now. And there's this girl sort of telling a story and stuff. And
about eviscerating people and cutting their bowels open.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. So I went in. And I sort of, no one reacted to me sort of slotting my way in. And then they all started laughing at what she had to say, and I started going, ha 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 ha. Because it was just an odd scene where no one went, who the fuck is this guy? No one cared. And I don't know, I just find that kind of thing funny. Yeah, so I thought the Dark Brotherhood layer was just I thought it would be cooler, but it's not.
Oh no!
But I suppose the missions are pretty straightforward. The first mission of every guild I've noticed is do this sort of ordinary thing
to prove you're worthy.
To prove you're worthy. Everyone is like, do this, okay, and then you go back and then you do something a bit more involved. So that's sort of going on now. But I've not really progressed that far. Where I put the game down is when I was in the college place, the Mage's College, and I went down in that thing and I had to find that orb. I came across, I was like a room before that orb, and I went in there. Me shaking the camera around on the screen is me laughing, by the way. I went in there and found this orb, and then the guy was just like, leave me here. I went, all right. and that was it. I didn't really get what was going on. I suppose that there's a lot of that I get where I don't really know what's going on. I'm too afraid to ask.
It's fine.
It's just
but it also involves listening to a lot of people talking and presumably reading a little bit of the lore too.
Yeah,
so.
no one has the name Dave in Skyrim. Like no one. Everybody's like Nazar or Thoroff or Jackoff. I don't know. I just can't pass this on to the Thoroff of Ningdonong, and I'm like, have I met him? I'd be so bad at remembering names in this world. And in Fallout, it's like, yeah, Steve's got it. All right, got it, sweet. It's it's the setting for me. Like I'll persevere, and I'm not saying I don't like it. I think it's good, and I enjoy it when I'm playing it. But there's nothing about Skyrim that calls to me in terms of like bringing me back. I don't really think about it that much when I've put it down.
Yeah.
And I think it just comes down to the setting. That's all it is.
Right. Okay. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. But you're still making your way through. Anything else from you this week, or is that it for you?
I think that is it for me.
Right. Well, I'll get into the stuff I've been playing then.
Go ahead.
So,
get in. Let me guess.
Yakuza 0 is done. I am done with that game.
Oh my blob.
How many hours total?
48.
It's impressive.
Yeah, 48 hours to finish and complete the story. And I'll be honest, I didn't do a lot of the side story stuff. I just concentrated mainly on the main story. Wasn't really that bothered. I mean, they're interested in so much of it in a funny, quirky way, but I didn't really do any of the activities. I didn't apart from the one time I went bowling, I never really did any of the activities that are available because you can play pool and darts and mini golf and all these other things, baseball practice and all this stuff, but I didn't do any of that stuff really. And I only did probably about 10, maybe a dozen at the moment. Oh, look, I picked a great clip for you here, Ginny. Look.
Yeah, I skipped to this part on purpose.
So this is the S&M side story. So where you have to teach the woman how to do S&M properly. Yeah. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, I didn't do a hell of a lot of that stuff. But what I can say is the ending of the game is epic. It just goes on for I thought I was sort of nearly done. And then it was probably another 3 hours before I was finally actually done. Dude. It kind of goes on quite a bit at the end. And I did get to a point where I was like, God, is this going to finish?
See, that's the thing. At a certain point with those endings, I'm like, no, I want it to be over with. Dragon Age 2 did that.
Yeah, I never played that, so I don't know what the comparison would be like. But it's cool. You get to the very end, and then obviously you're switching between the two protagonists because they are sort of involved in all the end game stuff together. I did like some of the stuff that went on. There is some, as I said last week, there's a lot of brutality in this game. It's sort of the best non-Mafia 2 game, I guess, that's not based in sort of America. Because that's kind of what this is, really. It's a Mafia game, but with a Japanese setting, because that's what the...
Yes, that's the name. We got it.
I must have missed the S&M mission in Mafia 2.
Yeah, well, there is all that stuff in it.
You're a prude.
But if you take all that weird and funny stuff out, the actual main story stuff is excellent. It's deep. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of politics. There's brutality. There's sort of complex things going on between all these different factions of the same Yakuza group. So they're all part of the same clan, but within those clans there are sort of subgroups, if you will. And they're all vying for power, and it's very, very good. The way it's all set up, the twists and turns towards the end, there were a couple of things that I just didn't see coming. I didn't like, I never conceived what was about to happen. And it was kind of emotional at a couple of points. They did a really good job of making you get attached to characters in the game. You know, got attached to characters.
And at some point,
Say what? Say what, Duke?
did you bust out crying?
I came close. I didn't
Don't
actually
be fucking
cry.
stupid.
I'm telling you, I came close. I was close to welling up a little bit.
Was it when the S&M mission was over?
It was. I was trying to imagine what it'd be like to be hit with a horsewhip.
Mm-hmm.
You
don't have to imagine, Stu. You don't have to imagine.
Yeah, you can make it come true, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe, but it's very good. Look, I can only recommend it. I think, Chinny, if you could get past the point that it's Japanese and you'd have to read every bit of dialogue.
There's your problem.
Yeah, because obviously, it's Japanese language only and subtitled. But, the voice acting was very good. Even though I didn't understand a word of it, it seemed pretty good. There was a lot of emotion going on. And what was kind of cool at the end, when the game had finished, when the credits came up, normally it's all like programmer of this and programmer of that, isn't it, on the credits for a video game?
Yes.
This was literally just the cast. That was the first thing that came up, and on the credits at the end was a cast of characters and who played everybody.
Well, they only did like a day's work, did they?
You're joking, aren't you?
Well, a week.
No, there's hundreds of actors voice actors in this game.
Yeah, but they come in, they go, yeah, I'll read these lines. Done.
Whip me harder. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, Joe, there is a hell of a lot of dialogue in this game.
Whip me still harder still.
Yeah, maybe
harder. Ow, whip me like that. Whip me like that. Whip me like that.
All right, we get it, Duke.
Ooh, yeah.
Voice acting, you have to do many takes of the same lines, and it's boring as shit.
Yeah, but it's all in Japanese, Duke. Can you do that?
No, that would sound racist if I tried to do that.
Exactly. So yeah, it's very, very good. I can only recommend it. If you like Mafia 2, and you can live with reading subtitles or all the dialogue, because that's what you got to do. It's as good a story as Mafia 2, I would have said.
I would imagine Chinny would disagree with that.
I don't think he would. I honestly do not think he would.
We'll never know, 'cause
I don't know what planet Stu's on sometimes, because he tries so hard for me to get into these types of games. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it.
Because you haven't got a PS4, so you can't play it anyway.
No, I will get a PS4 though.
Yeah, you will at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well,
I will get one, and I'm gonna play this stupid ass game.
A stupid ass game. But yeah, it's definitely got more akin to sort of Mafia 2 than it would have to GTA. It's certainly a bit more like that. So yeah, it's very, very good. The combat was pretty cool towards the end. You do unlock a lot more abilities and stuff. But I tend to concentrate just with each character on one certain style and level that one up, rather than sort of putting money into, a bit of each of them. So yeah, so I tended to stick with Slugger for Majima. That was sort of with a baseball bat, and I can't remember, it's called Beast Style for Kiryu, which is the other character, and that's Kiryu. And with that one, it's sort of better for groups of enemies, so you can you get a wider attack, so you can sort of take lots of people out at the same time. So yeah, it's very good. I enjoyed it. It's definitely worth a look. Other than that, I did get a brand new game that only came out this week.
Ooh, check us out. Playing all the latest and greatest.
Sounded like that other thing you were saying. Oh man, where is it? Where is it? Come on. There it is.
So what you say? It sounds like Kiryu. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Kiryu?
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Mister, where are you now?
Kiryu. Anyway, it's very, very good. I can only recommend it. It's very, very good.
That's Yakuza 0 for the people that wondered what he was talking about.
Yakuza 0. But yeah, the other game that I played this week is Night in the Woods.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So what is Night in the Woods?
Well, Night in the Woods.
Don't tell me it's some weird 2D where you play a cat or some stupid shit like that, right?
Kind of.
You don't leave a lot of outs there when you put it down.
Yeah. I know, yeah. So this game was made by 3 people over the last 3.5 years or so. So that's how long.
I gotta say, I was taking the mickey, but this looks really cool in terms of art style.
The art style is excellent, but the game itself does a lot of reading, Chinny. So again, this is
it was nice knowing you.
This is not going to be for you. There's no actual voice acting for any of the characters. It's all written dialogue. It's a bit like Oxenfree. It reminded me a little bit of because it's all like speech bubbles.
Mm-hmm. So you play a cat, and it's a 2D. It's kind of looks like a kid's cartoon sort of style.
It does. It does look like a kid's cartoon.
So is it a platforming game? Is it a Metroidvania game? Is it a puzzle game? Is it a first-person shooter? Is it a RTS? What do you do?
It's a narrative-driven platforming game.
And it was nice knowing you.
So I'll be honest with you, the platforming is literally just a mechanic to get you around the locations that you go to.
So well, 2D walking simulator.
It is more akin to a walking simulator than it is than it is a platformer. So you basically play a cat that has dropped out of college, so you're a college dropout.
Okay.
And it probably has more in common with Gone Home than anything else. And I know that's hard to believe when you're looking at the screen at the moment. But from a story's perspective, that's kind of what it reminds me of. And again, I feel that I don't come from the right country to really be totally invested in the character in the game.
What country are you supposed to be from?
America. America.
So what Americanism? Why do you feel like you
there's
need
a
to be
bald
American?
eagle that carries you around and you're shooting off guns while drinking beer?
No, not quite. But a lot of the references are like, American stuff like the prom, and sort of going to campfire parties and all that sort of stuff that you don't do in the UK.
So you're saying you can't understand the complex language of prom?
No,
it's a totally different culture.
I don't.
Y'all don't have school dances over there, so how would you know what that's like? Now, a photography school where people are talking about goddamn daguerreotypes, Chinny Stu is right there. Yes, that makes perfect sense. I'll play that game. No. I fit right in there.
It's not that
he's talking about Life is Strange for the people that don't.
Life suck.
I get you. It's not that I don't understand it. It's more that I don't relate to it, I guess, as much as I would if
you don't relate to being a cat.
No, it's right. It is a cat, but it isn't a cat really. Does that kind of make? This is making no sense at all, is it?
So you're saying that cats don't go to college? Is this what you're telling me?
Although
all dogs go to heaven, though.
Although the characters in the game are animals, they're not really animals. They're people as such. Mm-hmm. So they might look like animals. For instance, one of the sections of the game that I played through, I went to a campfire party in the woods, and there's obviously lots of other sort of school. You say school kids, but like school kids in America are like 18, aren't they, or whatever?
Yeah, they drive and shit, don't they? They got mortgages and stuff.
Yeah. So the school kids, but not really kids at all.
No.
Buying Zimmer frames and.
I'll tell you what. To sort of side with Stu. I forgot what I watched now. There was something where, I've been watching The Goldbergs, which is a show which is pretty funny, and it's an American show. And I was like, they're all at school, and it's like, yeah, I gotta get my driving license. I was like, I don't get it. Like, how old are these kids, man? Like, driving is a thing you do after school in England. It's like you don't drive when you're at school. It's impossible. That's weird.
So you basically, I went to a campfire party. Ex-boyfriend was there.
Oh God!
Right. From before I went off to college. Ex-boyfriend's there.
No.
So I got pissed so I could talk to him.
Oh, Stu.
Yeah, and then vomited everywhere.
Oh.
So it's kind of like you're playing
idea.
as these animal characters, but really it's kind of like a small town where everything's dying out. Like all the shops have been closed down because of the bigger shops opening on the outskirts of town, and all the local shops have gone, and it's kind of depressing. It's like when you're playing the game, it's kind of a depressing game because all this stuff's happening, and it's all about sort of speaking to the characters.
You finished talking about Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
Zing.
But it's very, very character driven.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's about building relationships with your friends that you used to knock about with until you dropped out. You know, they stayed in the town and you went off to college, and when you come back, they've got jobs, and obviously you haven't. And there's obviously there is a story, but I'm not really sure what it is yet. All I know is there's a severed arm being found.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So there is stuff going on. There is other stuff happening.
No.
But it is kind of cool. Each day starts with you getting up in the morning, and then you either go and hang out with someone, you know, one of the friends. I've done shoplifting. We went and did some shoplifting.
As you do.
As you do. Went to the mall, and then see, we don't get that, do we? We don't go to the hang out in the mall. What is that?
You don't.
I don't. So we went and hung out in the mall, and then we went in a shop, and then I had to steal a belt buckle. You know what I mean? So yeah. So there was like a little mini game where your little paw comes up, and you can only move when the shop clerk's not looking at you. You know.
Oh,
so
it's like No Luca No.
It was like No Luca.
Brilliant.
It was like No Luca.
You're really selling this game, man. I'm on board.
I know.
When does it actually come out? Can I buy it now?
It's out now. It's out right.
This wasn't a beta. This wasn't a closed beta.
No. It's out right now. $20. $20 for you, Duke.
Oh, holy crap! I could either get this for $20 or get No Luca No for $1.
Exactly. Which are you going to go with?
I have to flip a coin on that.
But that's one very small mini game. There's also band practice where it's a bit like Guitar Hero. So you play the bass in a band, and it's cool. I mean, all these characters have different personalities. You know, this is Greg. Greg's on the screen at the moment, which is a fox, and he's like very hyper. You know, everything's like amazing. You know, whatever you do, it's like let's do something crazy. So it's all about doing crazy shit with Greg. So, you know, I went and smashed the car up.
On the screen with Greg, who's a fox with a leather jacket. He's flipping up fluorescent tubes.
Yeah.
And you have to smack him with a baseball bat.
Yeah, it gets you to do crazy shit that's usually a bit borderline against the law. So we went to get a car battery, and I had to bash the car up with a baseball bat first. So it's kind of got very heavy themes to it, even though it's kind of looks all cutesy and, you know, cartoony cats and foxes and stuff. The actual underlying stuff is very sort of heavy. You know, there's references to abuse and all sorts of things going on.
Diesel Saint said, "Stu, is this game of the year for you then?"
It might be. It might just be my game of the year. No, not at the moment. I don't know. I'm about 4 hours in. So like 3 or 4 hours in, and I believe it takes about 8 to 10 hours to finish it.
Fucking hell. What made you buy this game?
It's got great reviews.
Drugs.
I mean, it has got great reviews.
Was it
drugs?
Stu,
Something I've been.
Stu.
What?
Was it drugs?
No, it's drugs. No.
I think it was drugs.
I think it was
No,
drugs.
I've been keeping an eye out on this game for a while.
Stay away,
so
Buy out for drugs for a
Stay
long
away
time.
from drugs, kids.
It was something I was aware of.
Shit goes down if you're on drugs. I mean, imagine if Cypress Hill was on drugs.
Yeah.
See, the joke is because Cypress Hill uses... Forget it.
So anyway.
There is, on the screen now, I'm seeing like a sort of Guitar Hero style mini game.
Yeah. So that's band practice.
He was just saying.
Yeah, playing band practice. I was
Possibly while high.
I was fine at this.
Who is
until
playing with the London Symphony Orchestra? Come on, people. Somebody order the London Symphony Orchestra. Possibly while high. Cypress Hill, I'm looking in your direction.
Anyway, I was fine with the band practice until they introduced the Y button, and then it all went to shit.
Oh, jeez.
I know. Fancy introducing the bloody Y button. So
I know. Why do you got to do that?
I know. And I felt
Stupid
like
Y button being all the way at the top.
I don't know why, right? But
why would they use the Y?
Why don't you? Why? I would have preferred it if they had XAYB, but rather than.
You can't. It's like Candyman. You can't summon that song
without
for it.
I know. Rather than XYAB, I just felt it would have been better with the A and the Y swapped around. Would have made it easier for me. I don't know why.
Does it work? Does this whole button pushing thing work well, or is it jank?
It works. No, it works absolutely fine. I'm just shit at it. You know, hence why I didn't play the mini games in Yakuza, because a lot of them involved the same sort of thing. Luckily, you don't have to do. I've only had to do this twice.
the orchestra come from?
I don't know, man. I didn't tell me about this, man.
You gotta do something.
I have no
That
clue
was
what that
Cypress Hill
was.
talking about the orchestra.
Great. So yeah, it's cool. I've got to say it's cool. If not a little bit depressing, because obviously the town's in a bit of a state, and all the characters that you meet, no one's really that happy. You know, they're all a bit down in the dumps. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm assuming it's going to get better as I go in.
Can you see yourself finishing this game?
Yeah, no, I'll definitely finish it. I'm making it sound like I don't like it, or I think it's a bit shit.
You are,
I think
actually.
it sounds like you don't like it. I think that's the real key.
Yeah, I think you're rubbing off on me. But no, I think the art style's
anymore. After I got out of the joint, I stopped doing that.
The art style's excellent. The dialogue is really well written, and it's kind of cool. It's a little bit repetitive. Is probably my main criticism of the game, because you're going around pretty much all the same locations each day, and the only thing that changes is how your interactions with people are.
Are you sick of your boring life where you go to the same job?
I think maybe that's what he's doing.
Why not play this game where you go to the same places every day?
Yeah, talk to the same people, do
Yeah.
the same stuff. You have instant messenger on your laptop, so you can check in with people before you go to bed or in the morning when you get up.
Yeah.
So there's little instant messenger
So
on your
game
laptop.
of the year for you then?
Not at the moment, but it is pretty good. I feel like I've done a really bad
Stu.
job of. Yeah.
Is this game of the year for you?
No, it's not game of the year, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. And then the only other game I've played is Gunman Taco Truck.
What? did you just sneeze?
Yeah. Gunman Taco Truck.
Is that a T-shirt somebody's wearing in the Yakuza game?
No, the problem, there is a T-shirt available, I believe, for Gunman Taco Truck.
Well, all right.
So what is Gunman Taco Truck?
So basically, it's available on Steam, iOS and Android. On iOS and Android, it's kind of one of these freemium games where you have to buy stuff at some point if you want to carry on playing.
Right.
On Steam, you just buy it and play it. And it's kind of a roguelike game, which is kind of cook, serve, delicious, crossed with a truck that you shoot shit with. So basically, you have the story of the game is shit's gone down, and you're gonna go to Canada so you can live in Canada where none as much shit's gone down.
So it's a post-apocalyptic game.
Yeah, roguelike. So you shoot stuff on the way to each stop. So you have to make your way across America and into Canada. So that's the aim of the game, to get to Canada.
That's quite apt.
It's quite apt. It is. So basically, in between stops, you shoot stuff on the road, which can be like roaches or irradiated beasts and stuff like that.
Hey, instead of just watching the screen where you're supposed to pick a new game, why don't you show the actual gameplay?
I was interested in how long that would take.
So anyway,
you shoot things, you get to a stop, and then you sell tacos.
Yeah. So basically, you collect your ingredients on the way to the stop.
Right.
Yeah, by shooting stuff on the road, and then you sell basically what you've caught to the punters, and then you can buy fuel, and then you can.
That's a great opening. Sorry for people who are listening. It says it's the year 2020. A scientist actually accidentally set off 7 nuclear bombs. Like that's the setup for the game. I love it.
That's probably how it's going to go down.
It probably is. It probably is. Can I just say?
Every time somebody says "go down,"
the idea for this game came from a 9-year-old.
It's hard to believe.
It's hard to believe. Which is basically John Romero, who was co-founder of id, etc.
Oh yeah.
This was the idea of his 9-year-old stepson.
Awesome. It's
Donovan.
like Axe Cop in the video game form.
Yeah. So he basically came up with the idea.
Don't act like you know what that is, you liar.
No clue. So yeah, that's cool.
Somebody out there, let me know that you know what Axe Cop is. Holler.
Yeah. Axe Cop. He came up with the idea and he'd drawn his own basic drawings, and then obviously they turned them into the game. What you see now. So his mum and dad helped him make it. So
but they didn't throw out the original drawings. The original drawings became that last game you were talking about, Night in the Woods.
I don't think they did.
Because it looks like kids' drawings in that other game.
It did not look like kids' drawings. How rude.
I did.
Gunman Taco Truck. Yeah, it's all right. It's fine for a bit of, of play. It's kind of fun. It passes, you can pass 10 minutes playing it. And see how far across America you can get before you get killed. Which usually doesn't take very long. So there you go. And that's it for me. That's everything I've played.
Sick.
Oi.
Oh.
All right.
So, yeah.
So, now it's time for Cypress Hill.
Now this I like.
Yes, I like it too, Marge. Thank you. And now it's time for the news.
Putting news first.
Shit is going down. The first review of the Zelda game.
Breath of the Wild?
Breath of the Wild. Bad Breath of the Wild, more like, because it got a 10 out of 10 from Edge magazine. So they gave it a good review, and they said, quote, "This is the best thing, it made my dick explode," which was a really weird thing.
I think that would not be welcome in a video game review site.
I thought Edge were better than that, to be honest. But yeah, 10 out of 10. I don't know. Frame rate in the Wii U version can be a bit, quote, uneven at times, dropping into the teens. However, this only during very busy sequences, such as heavy weather and effects, and rarely when it matters. So, not really a big problem. So yeah, Zelda looks like it's going to be good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether I'm going to buy this. I keep looking at it thinking, should I buy it?
Have you got a Wii U?
I have got a Wii U.
Right.
Hasn't been turned on for probably about
You could say that about the missus.
So yeah, I've probably not switched it on for about a year.
Okay.
You see what I did? Switched it on.
No.
Switched it on.
No, because you're talking about the Wii U, not the Switch.
Nah, whatever. Anyway, it's not been turned on for about a year anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to reward myself with the console when I finish my Dirty 30. Hey, if they bring Pikmin 3 backwards compatibility and a few other games backwards compatibility and some new games and Zelda and the new Mario, I'm like, you know what, it's going to be tough to buy a PS4 with that lineup.
You really? Is that really true?
Well, if they do a few sort of remastered versions like Pikmin 3 and Mario 3D World or something like that, yeah, I would get one. Over a PS4.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, so that's that. Looks like Zelda will be good, which, Nintendo are good at making games. Go figure. On to other news now. For Honor has been in the news because cheating will get you banned, even on the first offence. And there's 400 people been hit by the ban hammer so far.
Good.
So Ubisoft is taking cheaters to task. Has already banned 400 people. Even if they're a first offender, the game uses a easy anti-cheat program which detects and flags those who are hacking, cheating, and even those that are being offensive. Fuck you. Matter of fact,
the EAC is also what Rust uses.
The system has also banned 70 people for violating the game's code of conduct by communicating in offensive manner. Quote, I need a accent from Duke. Duke, give me an accent now.
Southern United States.
Got it. Nailed it. All right. After being flagged by easy anti-cheat, suspect accounts are reviewed by a development team, which then hands out warnings, temporarily, suspensions or permanent bans against identified players. Meet my sister and my wife. They're the same person. These bans are applied on the account level and not hardware level. Fairness is hugely important to the game's creators, so bans are being handed out to first-time offenders. Blah, 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 blah. Good stuff. Well done, Ubisoft, for Honor.
There you go. I think that's good.
We all agree with that.
Well, yeah.
Next bit.
This should not be news. This should just be like the way multiplayer games work.
Good stuff happened. Well done.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons, which is the name of the controllers on the new Nintendo Switch. Yes, Joy-Cons appear to be having some problems syncing with the console sometimes. There have been reports from the media. From the media.
Fake news. It's the enemy of the people.
With access to the Nintendo Switch pre-release hardware, the Joy-Cons lose connection to the console and require a resync. These connection issues were identified while playing Zelda, and most notably the left Joy-Con. However, it would seem that these desync issues are not just an isolated issue of the left one. It can happen when browsing the system menus. I don't know what this Game Explain demonstrates. What's Game Explain? What's that?
I've no clue.
Anyway, Game Explain demonstrates what happens. I'm guessing
I'm assuming it's
like a hardware sort of website, I guess. Antonio will know. Antonio, what is it? So
it looks like a YouTube channel.
Right, so it's a YouTube that looks at hardware, maybe.
I don't know. I've been looking.
Why not? Let's go for
Fuck it.
No, this is games. He's a game streamer.
Right, whatever. So he demonstrates what happens when the issue crops up.
Dumb name, Game Explain.
Hey, leave him alone.
What? It's a dumb name.
Veteran gamers.
He's explain a game.
Veteran gamers. Are you veterans? No. Dumb name.
Yes,
right.
veterans
And explores
of
We are kind of veteran.
Yeah.
But they do more than just explain games. If the channel was them going, so in Zelda Breath of the Wild, you have to like fight monsters and then like take care of the things. That would be a good name for that channel. But they do more than that. They play the games.
This is Mario 64. You walk around in 3D. I might start that. That might be something. We might be onto something.
That would be awesome. This is Skyrim. You have to fight a dragon.
People like this game.
Then you get the thing, and then you fight another dragon.
Anyway,
how do you feel about the game?
Anyway, this isn't a good thing, is it? If this happens on day one,
they'll
explain the game to you.
They'll fix it with some sort of hardware or software update, I'm sure.
Day one patch. It'll be fine.
Well, there's your episode name. Got it. Thank you. Because you said that earlier. Day one patch.
Day one patch. Day one patch.
Day one patch.
Anyway.
What's the episode number?
373.
Oh, is it? What is it? A palindrome?
If I were to introduce you to my friend Datch, and you were to make a bet with him for $1, then it would be like pay one Datch.
Okay, snipper clips. Sorry.
Can I just say before you move on?
Oh my god.
Have you seen the advert for the 1-2 switch on the TV?
It's a live action advert, I believe.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And yes. Yes.
The live action advert for a game called 1-2 Switch.
1-2 Switch. And it shows a selection of the mini games which will be available. One of which is 2 women pretending to have a shave.
Yeah.
With an electric shaver. For some reason, that's going to be fun.
Problem.
I don't know, but the one that I didn't.
What's your problem with women shaving?
Hate crime!
But when they decided to demonstrate Shake the Soda.
Yeah.
Seriously? See, I can't watch that advert with that on, Shake the Soda, because...
I'm a big American advertiser, yeah. This is how you sell it. This is 2 girls, massive jugs, shake it.
Shake it. Well, not only shaking, but doing a hand movement that's not dissimilar to...
Now we're talking.
And then goes on to show a soda splurting everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's also trying to subliminally connect it to sex.
They are. Seriously, I was like, who, like, but we're talking Nintendo here, family friendly and all that sort of stuff.
Well, not anymore, they're not. Now they're going for
X-rated. Clearly not.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Let's have a look at the advert now. I'm watching the advert. This is the Switch advert.
No, it's I think it's 1-2 Switch, isn't it? The advert that you need.
Fucking Jesus.
Can you not even get the right advert?
God, I fucking hate you. Right.
You're just rubbish. No, this isn't it. This isn't it.
All right. Calm down. Calm your tits.
But surely the ad executives or somebody at Nintendo signed this off and went, yeah, it looks fine that they're doing wanking motions and then a bottle splurting everywhere. That's fine. It's fine. It's all good. So yeah, I was kind of shocked. Every time it comes up.
All right, okay. I think I might have found it. Let's have a look. There we go. Right, I'm going to describe it for the audio.
Describe it.
So there's a woman and a man fighting with fake swords, and they're using the Joy-Cons. There's two very attractive ladies pretending to shave on a beach with the Switch, and one of them won, and they're very pleased. There's two ladies and a man wanking off on the roof, and then they goes over to another man and starts wanking off to other people, and then they're all very happy about the wanking off. And then he puts the console in the thing, and that's it. Nintendo. Oh shit.
Yeah.
There we go. Ugh, I'm on a Watch Mojo video now. Right, yeah. So there's a lot of wanking off in the video. Even the liquid that signifies that you've won is white.
Yeah, I've got to say, when they were coming up with that game in Japan, surely someone must have said, you do realise what this will look like, don't you, when people are playing this game? Surely.
No, they said, hey, this will look like, and they were like, yeah.
No, but we're talking about
think
Nintendo.
This is an accident, Stu?
I do.
Do you assume that children work at Nintendo or something? What's going on with your?
They're only making games for children.
Yeah, but this is they're normally.
Yeah, but Disney put like willies in all their movies.
No. Rogue artists put willies in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's the difference?
Well, the difference. I mean, to be fair to Stuart, God, I can't believe I'm ever saying that phrase. This has been approved by like 30 different people, and it be created by a huge team. A rogue artist can just slip it into 2 frames, and people won't.
And no one would know. Well, it's nowhere near the same thing. It's totally
exactly the same thing.
But still, I don't. but I don't think it's the type of thing where it's like, I don't know. Like, you seem shocked that Nintendo would have something that has a double entendre in it.
In Mario Party 7 or 8, there was a mini game in Mario Party where
he has anal sex with Toad. I mean, what's the big deal?
Where Yoshi gets anally raped. No, where 4 of you.
Why'd you have to make it unconsensual? I was trying to make a nice little joke about Mario and Toad having anal sex, and you had to make it a rape joke.
Hey, I can't. I don't know. But my point is, right, that there is a mini game in Mario Party 8 where there's 4 people. It's Mario or whatever you pick, right, and you wank off your Wiimotes to see who gets the highest fucking thing.
Then you smoke crack.
Right. Yeah, I'll get a video.
Is there then a bottle splurting
yes.
fluid everywhere? White fluid. I mean, it just seems...
it's just white out. It's an office party, and they're trying to make the corrections on the yearly report.
Maybe.
You're the one with a sick mind, Stu.
Apart from
if you look at a bottle spewing white stuff, and you think, oh, penis with semen... That's because you have
I've got the video up on the stream now of the Mario Party. It's in fact this different coloured spunk that goes up.
Okay then. See, family friendly.
And
just like our podcast.
even in this one, it gives you a little 3D tutorial of how to shake the Wii remote.
It might do, but
there's a long
that does not look good. Mario doing that, does it?
Right? This is the way it is, Stu. Deal with it.
It's like, hey, the wanking game in that.
In fact,
Switch.
This is such a good idea that we need to play this in real life.
You go right ahead. I'll join you later.
Can you imagine? Oh my god.
Yeah.
So yes, I guess it's not the first time they've had this game then. It's the same game, isn't it?
It's basically the same game.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known. I've never played the previous version of this game.
Mario Party is a terrible game that will make you fall out with your friends, like Monopoly. It's good and bad because everybody argues at the end of it.
There you go. Who knew? Who knew? So anyway, you're going to be able to wank off to Soda Shake.
Anyway,
any more news?
Snipper Clips, right? Is a fucking video game that I told everybody about, and you two went, that game looks fucking shit. I hate you, Chinny. Fuck you.
I don't remember saying I hate you, but I guess I did.
Sometimes you don't have to. All right. Yeah. Anyway, cooperative.
You definitely say it. You
cooperative puzzle game. Snipper Clips has been announced for the Nintendo Switch launch title.
This is what you said was going to be the console seller.
In Europe and Japan, it will cost £18 or €19. But Snipper Clips has been shown off at Switch events, but up till now did not have a release date. It has 4 players that have to communicate and work together to solve challenges that the game throws at you. It is great. Snipper Clips.
So Switch is now a day one purchase for you.
Damn straight.
Damn straight, because it's got Snipper Clips.
Hey, remember last week when we talked about that guy that lost all those $10,000 worth of SNES games?
Yeah.
Well, he got them back.
That's good news.
That's the end of that news.
That's good news. It's amazing what a bit of coverage can do to the postal company, isn't it?
Good for him. Yeah. I'm glad that he got them back.
Yeah. Apparently, do you know what had happened according to whoever?
See, I wanted to move on, listeners.
Well, this is only very quick. Apparently,
so when I was a lad, I had a dog.
Well, it'd be even quicker if you didn't butt in.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be as interesting.
Be even quicker.
I hate you, Chinny.
But basically, the machine that puts the address label on tore half of it off, and that's how they got lost, because he didn't know exactly where it should have been going. So
wait, sorry, what happened to the address label?
Half of it got torn off.
That's what's going on.
You fell for it.
Yes, I did.
The address label.
Very good. Anyway, let's finish with a happy story, though. Let's finish with something happy.
I hope we're looking at the same one, but Twitch streamer dies during charity marathon is one I've got.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing.
Why are you laughing, Stu? God, what is wrong with you?
What's the matter with you?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. He makes me feel bad now.
Right. The 35-year-old... All right. Everyone be quiet. This is serious.
Calm now. Serious story.
Twitch streamer Brian, I think his username is Posh Yibrid. I can't pronounce his last name. Brian, we'll call him Brian. Was pronounced dead at the scene after stepping away from a 24-hour charity stream for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The 35-year-old World of Tanks player was found dead on Sunday evening at his home in Virginia Beach, Virginia. PvP Live reports... how would you say his last name, Stu?
Vignolt.
Sorry if I'm getting it wrong.
Vignol, go for that.
Left the live stream at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time for a smoke. Polygon has since spoken to Virginia Beach police, who said they were called to Vignolt's home around an hour later to aid an unresponsive individual. Vignolt's regularly hosted charity events for various organisations, with 100% of the proceeds going to its designated charity, according to his profile page. Vignolt has raised over $10,000 for various veterans and children's charities. Police are currently investigating the death, but have said that there are no reasons at this time to suspect foul play. Vignolt's gaming clan Fame posted the following statement on Facebook. Quote, sad news from Virginia Beach. One of the most famous NA streamers and a member of our clan, Poshy Brid, has passed away at the age of 35. We can not find words to describe how sad this moment is for all of us, and for sure this game will not be the same without the legend. Maybe the saddest lines maybe the saddest lines cannot be written, but the saddest thoughts cannot be uttered. Let's all hope that he's gone to a better place now, and that his soul rest in peace. He will not be forgotten. A person who stays in our hearts never dies. A GoFundMe page has been set up, with the money going to Vignolt's 3 children and family. World of Tanks publisher Wargamer.net has released the following statement. Wargaming is saddened to hear the loss of streamer and tanker Brian Vignolt. A devoted player of all the tanks and a contributor to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. We offer the sincere condolences to his family and friends during this difficult time. So, that is sad.
It's very sad. I mean, I guess it's a kind of a warning, isn't it, really?
It's a warning that, I mean, I've done a 24 hour...
I don't know how he died.
No, but I'm guessing it's going to be
probably related for sitting for extended periods of time.
You have no basis for saying that just because it happened during the marathon.
It could be though.
You're right. It could also be aliens came in and shot him in the head.
Yeah. Well, let's not get into a debate, but I would say it's because he was been up. Yeah.
Well, okay, look, it's very true that we need to take breaks and avoid deep vein thrombosis, and
stay hydrated and drink plenty of drinks, and I don't know.
Yeah. Get up and move around, people. Speaking of which, time for my hourly jumping jacks. Jumping the jack. Come on, get down, do the bender.
It is really sad, and I don't know if you heard the news this week, Stu, that somebody died in my city this week.
I did, yeah. I got with the Storm Doris.
Storm Doris. A plank of wood came off the roof and hit this young lady, and she was dead pretty much straight away. Unfortunately, I knew she worked at the uni, and I worked with the uni, and I knew a lot of her friends. I was booked in to meet her 2 weeks from now. I had a meeting booked in with her. And a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, was with her. And, very sad. So, it's sad. And it just goes to show, like, you got to, you got to value your life and make sure you do stuff and get a bucket list and don't wait around. It's made everything very real. We had a very sort of rough week this week about that. And, I mean, I haven't been massively affected by it other than, obviously they've been in my thoughts and stuff, but the team there at the university have been really shaken about, and terrible. And this is obviously terrible as well. So life's short.
Yeah, it's very sad. But yes, I mean the point I was going to make before Duke was sort of we don't know whether it's linked to him sitting down for long periods, but it's quite possible it is.
I would vouch that not many doctors would advise doing straight for 24 hours without breaks and drinks, and it's probably not good for you.
But I think the biggest difference between you doing it once a year, he obviously did this all the time, I think, from what I can gather. So
it sounded like I think he was doing it for a great cause. But if you're thinking about doing anything like this, make sure you do. You always think it's not going to be you. Do you know what I mean? I went to we do a lot of work for a charity called Leukemia Care. And the guy was doing a talk, and we was filming the whole thing, and he said, he had leukemia, right? And he was saying, you always think it's not you, but then it's like it used to be 1 in 3 people get cancer, and then it's like 1 in 2, right?
Yeah.
And then you think, well, you always think it's not going to be you, and I thought it was not going to be you, it's not going to be me, and it was. So it sucks. So you got to be grateful for what you got and all that sort of stuff.
So according to lfpress.com, London Free Press, Associated Press, apparently, he was in rough shape when he stepped away. One of his friends said, I watched him until about half an hour before. He said he'd be right back. He looked really, really tired. We were telling him, go to sleep. The stream can wait. And then the police responded to a 911 call for cardiac arrest.
Yes.
So it may have been related to the stream after all.
Yeah. Anyway, whichever, it's just a kind of a don't do stuff like Chinny says without making sure you're well hydrated and you take regular breaks.
Take care of yourself, people. Look, you're not doing anybody any favors if you don't take.
When I did the extra life, I mean, having people in helps, and having Tara there, making sure they're fed and watered, and all that sort of stuff. And I do take breaks. I probably didn't take as many as I should, but I definitely took, time out to just walk around, go to the toilet, just stretch my legs, run about. It's important.
Yeah. Anyway, we should move on because we have got an email to read.
Ooh.
So we should do that.
Sweet. Let's read that.
You're not doing the email jingles this week?
Did the email or not?
That ruled. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, we have got an email from our regular emailer, which is Derek Sands.
Derek Sands!
We've got to thank Derek every week for sending in an email.
We have.
But
without him, we would have no email segment. We'd be done already.
On our website, we have a very... Let's go on our website right now. I'm going to go on it right now.
Go on it right now, Chinny.
Right, and we'll get to Derek's thing, and I'm very grateful that he's
please, can I finish?
That he's done it and all that stuff. But yeah, when we go on the website, top right corner, contact, right? Bam. Click that, which is the website's veteran.
And then you turn into Jodie Foster dating Matthew McConaughey.
Yes, and then you got a contact form there. If you filled that in, that comes to us straight away. So that's easy as that. If you just want to use email, it's podcast@veterangamers.co.uk. Send us in an email. We love Derek. Very grateful for Derek for sending them in. But send them in. Just go to the site. Also, on the site, there's all the other things. You can see all the EGX videos. You can see Duke not posting anything because he's far too busy. You can see
great papers.
Stupid videos that no one watches. There's loads of stuff going on.
Hey, I watched them.
There you go. Yeah, you should definitely do it because Derek's getting lonely. He's getting lonely here.
Yeah.
So yeah, send us an email. Anyway, this week's email is entitled "A Red File for Bond."
Wow.
So he says this. Veteran gamers, I've been expecting you.
Yes.
I think it's time we talked about Bond. James Bond.
Oh yeah.
Dun,
Idris Elba.
Dun, dun. Anyway, there you go. He did write that in the email. So
when they pick a Bond, it's always an unknown. Idris Elba is well too known.
I don't know. Pierce Brosnan was unknown.
Pretty unknown.
Yeah.
He was unknown.
Talking about he's Remington Steele for like 30 years. You're on drugs.
What about a female Bond? Can we have a female Bond?
Never happened.
Nope.
Never happened. Anyway,
nature of the Bond character is like Wang fantasy.
Wang fantasy. There you go. Anyway, he says, I am sure you and your listeners know that 2017 marks 20 years since the original release of the much-loved N64 Bond game, GoldenEye.
Christ, that's
your old mansion.
Oh my god.
It is my contention that since 1997, the Bond video game franchise has been underdeveloped, underappreciated, and underwhelming. Well, I see what he did there. It was quite good. I have in front of me 6 games, and other than my N64 copy of GoldenEye, I don't think I'd be particularly sad to lose the other 5 from my collection. The other 5 games are From Russia with Love, original Xbox game.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Have you played these?
Yes, I played
that. Nightfire, GameCube. I don't even know. What film was that based on?
None. So what they started to do after a while was... it was between Casino Royale and Die Another Day. Maybe when... maybe not Die Another Day. Tomorrow Never Dies. All that sort of era where Bond was sort of shit. Yeah, like the last 2 Brosnan films wasn't very good of Bond.
Anyway,
it became all shit. And EA got the license, and they made film related Bonds for a while, which has been done.
Could have been all right.
Which has been done quite a lot, actually. A lot of people have done Bond games that are not real.
Which are coming up. He's got a couple of others of those. I'm guessing.
I hope he mentions the best one.
Quantum of Solace.
Oh snap! Best game ever.
Now, according to him,
this year marks the 9th anniversary of that game coming out.
These are the ones he's not bothered about getting rid of.
Well, he's wrong. It's an awesome game, and I hate him.
Anyway, Agent Under Fire.
That's another. That's another one of those EA.
We'd do it if you didn't keep playing the music underneath.
That's him driving the car now.
Brilliant. And Everything or Nothing.
Oh my god, I love Everything or Nothing. So much so that I knew he was gonna make me hate him. Oh fucking hell, Chrome's crashed. Fuck you, Chrome.
Whoops.
That
was 106 minutes without a technical mishap.
Yeah, I know, we're doing so well. Anyway, continue.
Everything or Nothing is...
Go on.
Everything or Nothing is so good. It's it's on the GameCube. It's third person. It was made by a developer that were very good on driving games. And so there's driving sections. I can't remember who made it now. But it was a great game, like fantastic Bond game. And it's no one really knows much about it, but it's really good.
There you go. So that's those
it had cover mechanics.
Cover mechanics. Who knew?
Cover mechanics before they were all popular and shit.
Anyway, he continues. I reckon it might be.
It's cool.
I'll get through this email eventually.
No, you will not.
I know, I won't. I reckon it might be 2020, if at all, before another Bond movie is released. But if a brand new Bond video game was to come along before then, what format could it take? Here are the 3 possible choices: open world GTA 5 style, mission-based Hitman style, or episodic Telltale style. Or Telltale style.
I think a Telltale Bond game would be good. I think if a problem with Bond games is they're just never given an Uncharted treatment. Do you know what I mean? It's always a B movie.
But James Bond doesn't go around killing 1 million people.
Yes, he does.
I think it seems to me like the best Bond games. I mean, whatever. That's what you do in Quantum of Solace. So okay. I don't know. I'm not a James Bond fanatic, so maybe I'm not the one to say it. But when I think James Bond, I think spy. So I think covert, fitting into places, talking to people, trying to get information, making sure his cover isn't blown, and then, seducing women and ordering a martini shaken not stirred.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Maybe like a Bond that is a bit more Splinter Cell-y. Maybe.
Yeah, so more like the mission-based Hitman style that he says.
Yeah.
Game, I don't really care. I'll play it if it's a good game.
Yeah. I think, Bond just never gets the money that it deserves, I think.
They
want
to crank them out fast.
They crank them out. It's a good license. That means...
it'll sell because of the name of it.
Yeah, it's a character that shoots people and wears a suit and has cool set pieces, and that's a license that won't get old. There'll be Bond games when we're old, and like they'll still come out, and they'll be about a guy and they'll be shooting, and they'll probably be not massive budgets. I just never really seen a Bond. I think GoldenEye was a fluke in terms of its success and how good it was. And then after that, I mean, even the game that followed GoldenEye, which they did put a bit of money into, wasn't the same developer, didn't even follow the same format. It was a third-person game. It was on the PS1, and it was really poor. And everybody thought it would be great because it'd be the sequel to GoldenEye, and it was shite.
Yeah.
I don't know. James Bond's just like... It's one of those franchises in video games that just always gets a bad rap, but one or two sort of pop through and they're pretty good. I think Nightfire was very good. I didn't like it myself, but there was like these things called Bond moments. So if you shoot this thing, there's like 5 in a level, and if you shoot this, a Bond moment would happen, and it goes like that, and like the thing would drop. It's like a Goldberg machine,
like that.
Exactly like that. Yes.
Do you know what the last Bond game released was?
Don't tell me.
Because I think you played this.
Is it Blood Diamond?
No.
Not Blood Diamond. Bloodstone.
No, that was the one prior. So there was another one after that.
Skyfall? There was a Skyfall game, was there?
No. Oh yes, I do. I do remember.
Yeah, I'm sure you played this.
Yeah, I do remember. It's like it's the fucking greatest hits version.
It is 007 Legends.
Legends, yeah. So it was all the good moments from different Bond films. Was it Skyfall? He has a fight on a train, and then he drops into a river because I think Moneypenny shoots him. I think, and that happens in the film. You see this scene in the game. And then he goes into like a coma and he relives all Bond legend moments in that game. It's so stupid.
It's true.
And you play missions from Goldfinger, and I think it's The Spy Who Loved Me. So Bond films that they wouldn't normally go back to, but there's good moments in them. Yeah, so there's Jaws in one of them, and Goldfinger, and I can't remember. I think For Your Eyes Only was in one of them, which was Roger Moore's last James Bond movie. So yeah, very strange game. Wasn't very good.
No. So there you go. That was the last one made. Anyway, so what say you, veteran gamers? Is it time to retire Bond's license to Thrill, or do you think he's got at least one more good video game mission left to do?
I think
you never know. I mean, look, before Shadow of Mordor came out, I don't think anybody thought there would ever be another good Lord of the Rings game. Because the ones that were movie tie-ins, they were okay, but they weren't really stunning. So when Shadow of Mordor came out, I think it caught a lot of people by surprise. So I think that goes to show that any game franchise can be rejuvenated and made awesome. It depends on how much effort and originality people... I guess not originality, because Shadow of Mordor wasn't really original, but it's a great game.
You look at the Star Wars franchise and just the movies. Like when the prequels came out, people were like, they're never going to make a good Star Wars movie, and they did. And they somebody switched onto it and went, yeah, this is shit. So people will work it, and then they'll fuck it up again. I just feel like Bond is a franchise that's always going to be cool, always going to have some sort of appeal, always have an audience, but probably will never be given the budget that a Titanfall 2 gets or an Uncharted gets. They just sort of get given the middle tier B movie like budget, where it's like enough to do something, maybe some creative stuff in there, and maybe one or two will stand out from the rest. But there'll be Bond games long after we're gone. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure another one will come out, but it's been a long time.
It's been a while
long time since the last one.
They come around. Eventually, I think it's Activision that has it now, and they look at it and they'll go, right, we got this dev team. They're not doing anything because we've been that franchise, so we got Bond. Do a Bond game. Fuck off.
Yeah. Anyway, he finishes up. I'm about to start a Blu-ray.
That was the finishing part. Jeez.
No.
Hurry up and finish.
I'm trying. I'm about to start a Blu-ray marathon of all the official Bond movies in release date order, with the intention of watching at least 5 a week.
Jesus Christ.
Connery probably edges it over Brosnan as my favourite Bond, Derek. The man with the golden pun.
I've watched all the Bond films except is it Thunderball?
Thunderballs was the guy's name.
Thunderball.
Is it Thunderball? Yeah. I fall asleep every time watching that film.
Yeah.
And it's really hard for me to fall asleep. Like, just nod off. I don't really nod off. I'm not a nod offerer.
Are you not a nod offerer?
No, Thunderball makes me fall asleep every fucking time. It's so boring. There's so many fights underwater, and it's just the shittest Bond movie ever.
Hey, by the way, you mentioned B Pictures.
Do not make B Pictures here at Capitol. Let's put a stop to that rumor right now.
Barton Fig! What up, Antonio? I know you caught that. Yeah!
What's the best Bond? Who's the best Bond then?
For me, I still think it's Connery. Sean Connery. For me.
Duke?
Duke.
I don't have an opinion.
Duke doesn't care.
I'm sorry, I'm not a big Bond guy. That's just.
Did you say he was your favourite, Chinny?
No.
No, who's yours then?
I like Mr. Craig.
Yeah, I think Daniel Craig is actually pretty good.
I think Daniel Craig is
close second.
Yes. Then I'm torn between Sean and Pierce.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan.
He was a good Bond, but he just had a bad run.
Yeah.
Those first 2 movies were good that he did.
It's true.
He looked like Bond, didn't he?
That's the Quantum of Solace opening video.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Set you free. Sorry. Are we done? Are we ready to finish this?
I think we're ready to finish this.
You can tell when Duke's getting sick of being on the call when he starts just playing random sound samples.
Well, we get finished quicker if you weren't doing that.
It would finish quicker if y'all take 20 minutes to recount every goddamn person who ever played James Bond ever.
George Lazenby. He only did one.
He only did one. The Majesty's Secret Service.
He did, yeah.
It's time
for shout out. Hey!
Fuck.
Shout out. Right, go for it, Chinny. I don't know. You do it.
Well, I want to shout out all the lovely people that have been spreading the love about the EGX videos. So there's been Colum, who's been really funny and responsive and
still didn't say it right.
Calm.
It's
It's
like a comb with an L.
But he says it Colum. So that's it because
That's not what I heard him say. I heard him say comb.
Colum. I can't say his fucking name. But he's a very nice guy and he's been a good sport. And I in the Saturday episode I did a joke to Dastardly Jabby, which is Chris from the same coin, where in the video he says, "What are you going to do with this video footage? You're not going to put a big cock on it, are you?" So of course I drew a big cock on his head, and I was so concerned that I was going to offend him because I don't know Chris that well, right? So like I didn't want to, upset him. So I didn't think he would be, but I sent it to him before I did it, and I said, look, if you're offended, just let me know. And he just thought it was really funny. So thanks to him for being a good sport. Thanks to Colum, right, that guy, for being saying nice things. Everybody's been saying. Kyle has been saying good things. Linton, the guys at Midlife Gamer have been saying good things. Just everybody that's been really nice about the whole thing. It's great. Yeah, thank you so much. And the GIFs have been going down well. The GIFs, I've been making GIFs from the video, and
sweet.
It's all fun. So there is somebody actually sent a GIF of Homer crawling around the floor and said, "Look, it looks like Stu."
I know.
So
I saw this.
I'm gonna make a GIF of Stu crawling around the floor.
It makes me realise I need to lose weight again.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think I'm guilty of that as well. To be honest, I need to lose weight.
I'm going to shout out Kurt Diggler, who put a comment on the video, and he said this: Stu crawling around like a bellend, cock drawings, and thug life near the end were the highlights for me. So there you go. Thanks very much for that.
That's true.
I feel even better. Oh, thank you. Yes, it's. I'm looking at it again now, and it's not a good look, I have to say. So I'm going to turn that off. I'm turning it off right now. It's really not a good look. Anyway, usual shout-outs to everyone who listens, and thanks for all the support and putting up with all the bollocks that we talk about every week, because who knows, really. And that's about it for me. So I'll pass it. Exactly. And I'll pass it over to Duke on that note.
And now I'd like to pass the mic. I will shout out everyone listening, and I'll shout out Antonio. We're gonna play some Overwatch someday, at some point, maybe. And Sumu for sending me the Cypress Hills sound clip. Yeah, it's that old funky Cypress Hills shit. That's a good album, Black Hammer. I should listen to that again. And things, just people, you're listening, you're hanging out, whether you're riding in the escalator, Central Pimp, turn that shit up. And that was from De La Soul, Bionics.
Do you ever say anything that's not from something?
Really not. In fact, I once heard a story about a robot that was programmed with 100 million sound clips from popular culture, and the only way he ever talked was with sound clips. So
that's Duke in real life.
Somebody invented a robot in Japan, of all places, that only replies to you in GIFs.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. By the way, Duke, there is an album out that you might want to check out this week.
Oh yeah, is it Cypress Hills Black Sunday?
No, it's Stormzy. Stormzy's got his album out. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you might want to hear. Yeah, Too Big. Actually, there's a song dedicated to you called "Too Big for Your Boots." So there you go.
Okay.
Hi, Stormzy.
Black Sunday. Oh, that strain, man. Sweet. Are we done?
I think we're done.
I know. We sort of wait for you to stop playing sound effects.
Yeah.
But it goes well together.
Stop. You gotta stop.
What?
If you want to know more about us, go to veterangamers.co.uk. If you want to email the show, go to podcast@veterangamers.co.uk. Tweet us, Facebook us, play the fucking outro. Bye.
Yeah, do it now.
Wait a minute, there's a thing on Facebook. Stu set up some kind of new thing.
Oh yeah, I haven't told anyone about that yet, so we'll discuss that.
Stop.
You sure you don't want to talk about it now?
No.
Stop.
Okay.
I'm gonna be live on Twitch, YouTube, and Beam next week. Playing Halo Wars 2.
Like this podcast, there is another site you should check out, which is called VGHub.net, and on there you find a bunch of links to other video game podcasts similar in vein to ours, but different in the way they're delivered. Some have all kinds of sound effects.
Are for old people.
Some talk about
Too many, some
RPGs.
people say.
Come on now.
Some might say that.
No one says that.
Then of course you have links to great forums.
You don't have any other friends.
So check it out. VGHub.net. It is a great starting point for your podcast discovery.
We have to
Making bacon pancakes.
we have to shout out Harley Dan. Harley Dan's not feeling too great at the moment. So
Feel better, dude.
we hope you feel.
Is it still recovering from his surgery?
I don't know the full story, but
Harley Dan, write in an email and tell us the full story.
yeah, I hope he feels better soon.
You know what would make you feel better?
What would make you feel better? Pancakes.
Yeah.
Bacon pancakes.
That's what it's gonna make.
Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes. Making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon.
Yeah.
I'll put a link in for you, Duke, because this is what you should be doing right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, play this, man. You'll like this.
What, did you send it on Steam?
No,
Skype.
just in the chat, Skype chat.
Yeah. To say Skype. Okay.
Shut up.
Bit of Stormzy for you there.
What are you on your way to a dick meeting?
You should give it a listen, though.
Get a lot of stuff graded during the podcast. I never grade shit during the podcast.
Put that on again, though. Put that on again. I reckon you'd like it. Have a listen. Give it a listen.
Well, I already listened to it.
Well, do you know this song? You've listened to this already.
Somebody gave it to us to play.
Yep.
You don't remember this? That's why I have it as a sound clip on our thing.
This happened like a month ago.
Is that about a month ago?
Oh, it was like 4 months ago.
Well, there you
I
go.
can play it 100 times in a minute.
Shut up.
Yeah, keep doing that. That's good.
This is a quality. Why are you still listening to this?
Hello, yeah. Here, try this one. See what you think of
I
this.
stopped recording. There's no point.
No, you can still try this. Have a listen to this. What do you think of this?
I stopped recording.
It's not necessarily just for you. Just listen. Have you listened to Stormzy?
Yes. What?
Such a good song. This.
You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Then boy dare try to twist up the truth. How dare you twist up the truth? Look.
Hey, I should tell you that we recently listened to Maestro in the poetics class, in the hip hop class I teach, and I wanted to give them a taste for, like, UK hip hop's a little different from US hip hop. So I wanted to play them. I played them Fester Skank, and I played them Lady Leisure, one of the Queen's speeches, and they knew Lady Leisure. Some of the kids knew her. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. My kids are hip.
Yeah, she's very
popular.
popular.
There you go. You see, this. Have you heard this one? Try this one.
No,
I know.
No.
Last one.
This is not.
Seriously.
Stu recommend. I'll tell you what. Send it in an email, and maybe I'll look at it.
I've already done that, and I don't think you've listened to it yet. Just give this a listen. Try it.
Well, you send me a lot of emails. You also make a lot of Facebook groups.
Oh. Yes, that's
okay. Fine, I'll play it.
Play it. Ah, it's brilliant.
Thank you, Sumu.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I hope he's listening live because I already stopped recording like a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been recording, as the kids say, for a minute.
For a minute.
For a minute.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, give that a try at some point. You'll like Loyal Corner. It's good.
I'm going to stop the stream now. Say goodbye to the streamers.
Bye.
Take your cake where others will say it straight. Say they got my back and that they're pregnant. I'ma pave the way.
I'm more
Say
into the
goodbye.
dirty.
Say goodbye, Duke. Say goodbye.
Bye.